Hello and welcome to the Kayden Gordon Show, today's best country mix. And joining me right here today is Paul Jackson from the UK. Paul, how are you?
Hi, Kayden. I'm doing great, thank you. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thank you, Paul, for being on the show today. We appreciate your time and support.
Oh, you're very welcome. It's great to be here on today's best country mix.
So why don't we start by telling everyone a little bit about you and how you got started in music?
Right, well, my name is Paul Jackson. I'm from the northeast of England, in a shipbuilding town called Sunderland. We're right on the coast here. I got started in music when I was about 13-year-old. And my early influences were Free, Deep Purple, Bad Company, Led Zeppelin, all those bands that came from England. I was really privileged to see a lot of those bands live back in those days. And around about the age of 29, I managed to meet a guy called Pete Willis, ex-Def Leppard, and we formed a band together called Roadhouse. We had quite a few singles and one major big album, and we did lots and lots of videos for MTV, etc., etc. And then after leaving that band after about 5 years, I decided I really wanted to get back to my first love, which was country music. I used to listen to country music a lot as a child, listening to my mum and dad play it all the time. And then I heard Garth Brooks for the first time and decided, yes, that's what I want to do. So I sort of wendled my way into the country market field and formed a band called the Smith and Jackson Band. After writing about 10, 12 songs together, me and Jim Smith, my other guitarist in the band, we decided to take this whole thing and move it across to Arizona, where we had some musician friends there. And we formed a band in Arizona. And within 6 to 7 months of being there and rehearsing, we managed to get onto the Country Thunder USA tour, where we were on stage with some of our heroes like Toby Keith, Black Hawk, Tim McGraw, Leanne Rimes, all those people. It was just an absolute honor to be on stage with those people. And I still really couldn't believe my luck.
If you had the opportunity to duet or collaborate with any singer in the world, who would you choose and why?
Well, I guess that would be Chris Stapleton or Alison Krauss. Love both of their voices and incredible singer-songwriters. And it would be great to get together and do some work with those.
Do you have any upcoming singles or projects that you might be willing to tell us a little bit about?
At the moment, I'm right back home in England in my home studio. And I'm very, very excited to be recording my first solo album. And I hope to have that out right around January, February of next year.
If someone was to write a song about you or something that has impacted in your life, what do you think that they'd write about?
Well, I hope that would be something to do with the fact that I'm a family man. I'm very grounded. I have very strong Christian beliefs. And I'm a trier. And as they say, God loves a trier.
Where do you see yourself and your music in the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, over here in the last 4 years, we've had 2 number 1 singles and number 4 in the independent charts. And I guess really I would ideally love to be able to do that in the mainstream charts in the USA. I absolutely love being in the USA.
What do you like doing outside of music? Do you have any hobbies or interests?
All right, yeah. As I was saying just a little bit earlier on, I'm very fortunate to live very close to the coast. And I really enjoy some fishing down there every now and again, just to completely chill out and relax.
What advice would you give somebody that might want to start doing music or being in the industry?
Well, I think I would say be true to yourself, believe in your music, and what will happen, will happen.
Did you have someone that inspired you to start writing music, singing, and performing? If so, who would that be?
I think I'd have to say that would be the Beatles. That was the first band that ever turned me on to music.
Walk me through a typical day of Paul Jackson.
Well, I guess that would be in between gigging, which I do quite a lot. I would normally spend my day trying to work out songs and use my studio to the best of my ability. I find it very therapeutic to sit down and write a song, and it's what I love.
If you had the opportunity to open for any artist, who would you choose and why?
I think that would be Marty Stewart and the band. I had the great privilege of meeting Marty while out in Nashville a couple of years back, and I was there with my songwriting friend Costas Lazridis. I think that would be an absolute honour to open for the Marty Stewart. They're such a fab, fun band.
If you have a hidden talent, what's your hidden talent?
my hidden talent would be to help relax other people in the recording studio and to try and get the absolute best out of their performance.
If there was one place in the world that you would like to perform at, where would you go and why?
I would absolutely love to play the Royal Albert Hall in London. I've seen some amazing bands there.
Where can people find you on social media if they want to check you out?
Well, my promoter, Alan Lawson, is busy redesigning and building a new website for me, so that's not up and running yet, but will be soon. In the meantime, you can catch me on Thumbs Up Thursday on Facebook, or just look for Paul Jackson on Facebook.
If you could tell everybody that's listening or any of your fans out there one message, what would you tell them and why?
Well, I'd like to thank everyone for all your support and love and faith in my music over the last 2 years.
Is there anything that I forgot that you would like to share today?
Well, I'd just like to remind everyone to tune into my program on Facebook on a Thursday evening from 6 till 7. It's called Thumbs Up Thursday. And on that program, we play live music where we try to raise awareness for the Alzheimer's and Dementia Society. Now, my mother's suffering from Alzheimer's, and I've written a song with a friend of mine called Jim Clark. It's going to be my next single. It's called Like She Used To. And all money from that single will be going to those two societies that we mentioned.
I just want to say a huge thank you to Paul Jackson for coming on the Kayden Gordon Show today's Best Country Mix. We appreciate your time so much for being with us. Thank you so much for your time and support.
It's been an absolute pleasure, Kayden. Thank you for having me on the show today. Hope to catch up with you all very, very soon. Stay safe.
Thank you so much for your time and support.